pull through and jump on a guillotine or hit a footlock. You really got to take those opportunities in these matches because we're not going for points. I'm not worried about a hook getting in or a guard getting past if I can roll on a Kimura or hit a leg lock attempt. And as time has gone on, these guys are getting better and better and better at this.
Just like giving up side control for what's the buggy choke or those kind of sacrifice submission.
I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of the buggy choke.
Me
but
neither, but I respect it.
I've seen. I have had to slam my way out of quite a few in my day. All right, getting this next match started.
Good grip control.
Phillips is going to be in the white gi. Gallardo's going to be in the black gi.
Phillips setting up with the collar, looking for a cross-collar choke. Yes, sir.
All right, into the action. Again, with these blue belts, we're going to see the high pace.
Ryan needs to close that guard and go ear to ear. Start making him carry his weight.
Gallardo needs to get these elbows controlled. Anytime I'm in a collar choke, I always try to attack the elbows, making sure that's the base of where your choke is actually going to get tight.
Keep that in that chin tuck.
It looks like he's able to get the grips dealt with.
Man, he is persistent with this choke.
There's one thing about chokes, you gotta stay on it.
Yes, sir.
Reestablish a grip, Look for options like arm bars and triangle attempts off the defense.
Looks like
a little shallow on the arm, but it looks like he might be able to pull it back through.
Nice step over by Mr. Domingo here. A little bit my style of passing now, a little bit loose. Mix it with the pressure. Just back out at that point.
Yeah, did need to get a little bit of space.
Yes, sir.
That's the thing. One thing as a lower belt I struggled with was knowing when to back out, so I wasn't getting swept off of too much pressure.
I'm not gonna lie, brother. I struggle with that now at black belt. So it's the journey. That's the beautiful thing about jiu-jitsu. You know, you can never know it all.
It's one of my most enjoying phases is that there's always new moves getting created.
Yes, sir.
This open guard's looking good on the bottom for Phillips.
Nice.
Really
like
just keeping up on this attacking game.
He's going to go for the straight ankle here. Just needs to fall completely down onto that right shoulder and extend away with the feet, and he should be able to finish that.
The one thing about these leg locks, and I feel like people kind of don't address it, is you got to lock the leg down. It's the leg lock is the position, and there's a lot of foot locks and knee bars in the leg locking position.
Position. You said it there, brother.
Right now, Phillips needs to really clamp down on that upper thigh if he wants to attack that leg correctly. There's definitely angle options on, twisting that foot.
Domingo.
But if we really want to straighten that leg out and attack that straight ankle lock correctly, we want to get as much space as we can.
Domingo looking to set up either a toe hold or an ankle lock of his own. I was going to say, come up. There you go. Now create a little bit of space and then come back with your pressure. Mr. Phillips up top trying to pass this open guard of Mr. Domingo here.
Looks like a slight scramble.
Deep half guard. Deep half guard play.
And the top position. Beautiful work from Gallardo.
Nice step back.
Nice. Needs to get his hips slightly more in on that knee to solidify that position. There it goes. From north-south back into the other side. Side control. Beautiful work. Solid transitions. Looks like he's trying to cinch that arm up.
For, what is that, a Kimura lock here. Phillips needs to try to get his shoulders back flat to the mat and try to create some space.
It looks like Gallardo wants the back.
Setting up a bow and arrow.
There it is. Solid work.
It's kind of high on the chin. He needs to turn him slightly over to that left side and tuck that elbow in to finish that. It's more so he's holding him here now. He needs to either come up for the sweep or get a better position.
Definitely an uncomfortable choke, but nothing I would want to have to tap to. you know, that's one of those things where definitely jump on the submissions, but also, guys, make sure you have part of the position controlled so you don't fall right off.
And that's the thing about the lower belts, going through your lower belt stages. You live and you learn. You see what's good for you, what's not. Learn when to abandon sometimes, too, that false sense of security, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to hold on to this lapel for dear life.
Gallardo has a Kimura.
He's sick with it.
It's tight. He's got that traditional style he decides to forego. I don't know that I would have jumped off that.
No,
I would have stepped. I would have stayed on
absolutely
that.
Not.
A little bit longer. That's that kind of falling off the patience style where you're like, I have this option and this option and this option.
And due to nerves too, he's on the big. Due to nerves as well, he's on the big stage, man.
And time.
Good,
beautiful work. That was
match.
a solid match. You know, I'm not quite sure who had more catch attempts. I'm going to go with Gallardo at the end with that last attempt because it was close. But there's a slight possibility that Phillips was ahead on the catch points.
Yes, sir.
That's one of those things where if you can slap on a few in the beginning and then the person maybe forgets by the end of the match, like, am I one down on catch points or two down?
Right.
And maybe that's where Gallardo was attempting the Kimura into the armbar because maybe he didn't know if he was up on the catch points. And he does go ahead and get the win.
That comes from having a good corner as well, right, to help you know what's going on, your extra set of eyes out there.
That's right.